It's not just the team member that adapts to new environments.
Colonel O'Neill. What do we got here, Teal?
I do not know.
As we go, we're learning more and more about the mythology that we're creating.
I am a Jafar.
And that makes you... What the hell is that?
It is an infant Goa'uld, the larval form of the gods. I have carried one since I was a child.
Well, get it out of there.
We're creating a very complex mythology of the Goa'ulds and the Jaffa and all the various alien forms and how they mix and how they mix with humans.
Okay, so what did we just figure out?
Basically, the people that our teams meet are really generations brought forth by our own ancestors.
If our ancestors had rebelled and buried the Stargate,
you would have not become strong enough to challenge them.
And the galaxy is populated by the ancient peoples of Earth.
There could be millions by now. And you are their greatest hope.
That is evolving to the point where, you know, some of the things we thought we were going to do down the line don't work anymore, and new ones are rearing their ugly heads.
There are plenty of ugly heads, but each mystery leads to others with subplots and flights of fancy that take science fiction to new levels.
All good science fiction, in my opinion, is very metaphorical or allegorical, both. It's a way to study ourselves.
Tilk, we need your help.
Your world is a strange place.
Well, I certainly think that this series can dole out a lot of lessons without hitting you over the head with, hey, here's the message, get it, get it, get it.
It's not necessarily a time travel thing. It's more of you put a different race of people on a different world and see where that world, what avenues that world turns into.
The viewer will get to visit 100 different worlds.
When in Rome,
We can visit a new planet every week. We don't have to build a new city every week. That the art department can build the city of Chulak, a city that it's not really ancient Rome, it's not really the Vatican, it's sort of otherworldly combination of the two.
Let the Stargate saga take you through the gate and behind the scenes to meet the creative team for one of the most innovative and ambitious new programs on Showtime.
One more time, here we go, from the top.
We come up with new ideas every day. There's so many creative elements attached to the concept of Stargate.
So how do you design a look for worlds we've never seen? Answer: by drawing on the rich diversity of our own planet.
We take sort of historically based costumes and we sort of give them a modern interpretation. And you put all sorts of different periods together too. I mean, that's the other thing that a lot of people may not, be aware of, but, you sort of are borrowing things from different cultures and different periods, and somehow if you put them in different contexts, they sort of take on an otherworldly quality. The inspiration for this was definitely taken from some Aboriginal clothing, or lack of clothing. I mean, it was basically, and this was all made out of raffia and very cleverly dyed. We were literally taking bits and pieces of different cultures and different time eras, putting them together in a way that was not recognizable. This show doesn't work without all the incredible talent that goes into it from every department.
Production designer Richard Huddlin came up with the big picture.
It's a complicated process on a show like this in that we have a model department. They built the star ring in the pilot. They built all the serpent helmets and all of the complex model work.
Huddlin began looking at drawings from the original movie and examined sets stored in Los Angeles. He then set out to expand on the concept, creating this Stargate military compound, which was moved to the actual shooting location in Vancouver, Canada.
It's a cross between mythology, history, architecture, Stargate technology, and just a wonderful conglomerate of designs.
At the heart of the design is the Stargate itself. Actually, 2 of them were built, each more than 20 feet in diameter. A unique 22-foot circular gear was constructed to turn the gate.
One of my favorite effects in probably the last 10 years is what we call the kawoosh. When the gate starts up, it's that blast of energy that comes out of it. What they did on the movie was a water tank that they blasted like 50 pounds of pressure of air down into it, and it creates this column of water. And I just thought it was a really ingenious use of physics, basically. Every time you see the Stargate, it raises your expectations of where they're going to go. Just start to raise the question, okay, where are they going this time?
Through the Gate next, a look at episodes in the weeks to come. In The Enemy Within, Teal'c returns with SG-1, and some question his allegiance to the unit.
With all due respect, sir, I don't think he saved the lives of my team or came over to our side so we could become a damn guinea pig for U.S. military intelligence.
Back up, Colonel. He switched sides once. Are you 100% positive he won't switch back?
Yes, sir.
Well, you are alone in that assertion.
In the episode titled Cold Lazarus, O'Neill and his team explore the planet of blue crystals, a planet that has no life forms. Or does it?
See the edge of this crystal here, how it's glassy like it's been melted?
Can you tell what did it? For me, it might shed a little light on what the significance of the pit was and who put them there.
Assigned to bring home a renegade Stargate commander.
That is the strength of a god.
SG-1 must contend with the superstitions and fears of an enslaved people.
Do as I say, or you will all die!
Do as he says and you will die!
In an episode entitled The Nox, SG-1 sets off to capture a mythical beast with extraordinary powers.
There are still technologies even the Goa'uld seek. There is a creature that lives on an unpopulated world. It possesses powers of invisibility.
Invisibility? As in stealth?
That is correct. It can appear or disappear at will.
Sounds like a mission to me.
In a land where ancient laws rule, a clash of cultures could lead to war.
If you don't help me, she will be stoned to death.
We have to go back, now.
Negative.
She can't be more than 16 or 17.
Captain, if we go in there and try and get that little girl out, we could be starting a war on this planet.
Since when are you a politician, Colonel?
Easy, Captain.
De oppresso liber, to free from oppression, Special Forces motto.
I know what it is. That's our world. This is theirs.
If there were a Stargate, would you be brave or curious or crazy enough to go through it?
If they found us, I think any one of us would, wouldn't you? I mean, just out of curiosity's sake, I would want to know.
Yeah, I think I would. I'm a bit of a coward, but I think I would. I would be so curious.
Just to go somewhere else and see what else is out there. What a tremendous experience that would be.
If there was a Stargate in real life, I would hope that I could go through it. We all fear what we don't know, and yet what we don't know is what's driven all of us.
The potential that is before us can only be reached by people's imaginations, by our writers' imaginations or our own. What the future holds is anybody's guess.
Yeah, I'd go through the Stargate if there were a real... What makes you think there's not?
Visit different worlds on Showtime's new series, Stargate SG-1, starring Richard Dean Anderson, every Friday night at 10 p.m.